Hello, beautiful people. Today I want to talk to you about something that is often easier said than done. Something that is so powerful once we finally embrace it, and that is the act of letting go. I know for many of us, the thought of letting go can seem daunting, almost as if we are giving up or losing control. But the truth is, letting go is one of the most freeing, healing things you can do for yourself, especially for your mental health. So if you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed, if you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, stay with me. Let's explore what it really means to surrender and let it go, to release what no longer serves you. In the self-help world, we hear that phrase a lot. Release what no longer serves you. But what does that really even mean? I know that letting go can seem scary, especially when it feels like the only way to survive is by holding on tight. That if we just push a little harder, fight through it, we'll eventually find peace. But in the many years of working with people who have experienced deep emotional pain, I have seen time and time again that holding on to the pain, to those old wounds, to the expectations, and the need for control and perfection only keeps you stuck. But what if I told you that sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is stop fighting? Healing doesn't always come from doing more. It comes from just allowing yourself to be. When we surrender, not in defeat, but in trust, that's when miracles can happen. Think about the natural world for a moment. Think about how leaves fall in the fall and the ocean tides and the waves, they don't hold on to the sand, they just let it flow. The sun sets each night knowing that's going to rise again in the morning. That's the natural progression of nature, continuous renewal and releasing. And us as energetic human beings, we're no different. Letting go doesn't happen all at once or overnight. It is a practice, an important part of the healing journey, and this often takes a lifetime. When we talk about letting go, we're not talking about giving up. It's about recognizing that you don't have control over everything and you don't have to carry it all alone. It is okay for you to sit down the weight you've been holding on to for so long. The truth is, you don't have control over everything, and it's time to trust yourself and the process of life. It's about allowing life to unfold rather than trying to control every single outcome. When we let go, we create space for healing. Think about a cluttered room. When you let go of the things that you no longer want or use, you create space to bring in things that bring you joy and comfort. At first, cleaning out the cluttered room can feel overwhelming, but once it's done, it feels refreshing. You are free of the mess and the overwhelm that it caused. This is true of clearing out the noise in your head and heart as well. Another way to let go is through mindfulness, being in the present moment. When we're focused on the here and now, we're not weighed down by past mistakes and future worries. We're able to just breathe and be, and in that space, we can start to heal. I want you to know that it's okay to heal and let go. I want you to give yourself permission to stop fighting the internal battles and trust the process of life and your own growth. Healing is not linear. It is messy and unpredictable, and yes, oftentimes it can be painful, but it's also beautiful because it leads to a place of greater peace and acceptance and freedom. I recently had to surrender, and I'll share a little bit about my story so you can better understand what it truly means. My dad recently was very ill, fighting a terminal lung disease, and he was beginning to decline rapidly. The only thing that could save his life was a lung transplant. And of course, going through this time brought much sadness and overwhelm and, powerlessness. But there was this moment when I was walking into the hospital and I had this thought of, none of this is in my control, and there's nothing that I can do about it. And it was in that moment that I stopped and I said, God, please, I give this to you and I surrender. And I let it all go and I accept that whatever happens, happens. And it was in that moment that I felt peace. Because the truth is, in surrendering, you have to do it even if it's not the outcome that you want. That's where the faith comes in, is in trusting that life is as it should be and not what we project we want it to be. And I am happy to share that shortly after I surrendered, he did receive a lung transplant and is on his own journey towards healing. See, when life happens, we have a choice. We can hold on to the resentments, the judgments of right and wrong, anger, despair, or we can choose to move toward forgiveness and acceptance. Now, that doesn't mean we have to be happy all of the time. You can feel your feelings, and when you're ready, release them, let them go, and choose again. You holding on to the past hurts isn't serving you. Let's say you have an ex and you got divorced, and you're feeling stuck in those old wounds, and you're reliving and ruminating of the how could he or she do this to me, and whatever it is. I want you to really think about it. How is that anger serving you? It's not. It's keeping you stuck. You can choose to focus on your healing, and in doing so, you will invite love and joy into your life. As long as you stay stuck in that hurt, you're choosing for that pain to live inside of you. Let it go and free yourself. So let's take a moment. If you're struggling with something, I want you to bring it to the forefront of your mind, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to put your hand on your heart and breathe. Bring yourself inward. Keep breathing and say, I am open to releasing this pain, fear, and worry, and I let it go. I release this because it is no longer serving me. And in doing so, I create space for love, forgiveness, and joy. Take another deep breath in. And I want you to make the noise on the exhale. You deserve peace, you deserve freedom, and letting go might just be the key to unlocking that for you. Trust that when you release what no longer serves you, something greater will make its way into your life. I believe in your strength. I believe in your ability to heal and surrender and to move forward. And thank you for being here. And if you found this video helpful, let's keep the conversation going and leave a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to never miss an episode.